Today we're going to be covering the topic of guild recruitment. Um, just in general, recruitment is essential to any guild because without followers, you can't be a leader. I mean, if no one's physically in your guild, what is the point of having a guild? You might as well play solo. Without guild members that are positive, without raiders, without PvPers, your guild isn't going to be successful and look very attractive for an individual to want to join from the outside. So it's very important when you're starting up a guild to make sure you have your feet on the ground when it comes to one, established players, and two, a decent recruitment protocol. There are five main points of recruitment that I usually use. Not all of them all the time, but once in a while I touch on them. So the first one I'm going to get into is trade spam. It has its goods and its bads. Trade spam can be good in the fact to if you're on a server like we are, we're on Storm Rage, one of the biggest alliance in the world. We're able to spam and reach a much broader audience than someone, let's just say, on a lower pop server like the Alliance of Cho'Gall that's virtually non-existent. Just from being there, I can speak of that experience. But yeah, I mean, you hit pretty well when it comes to the recruitment pool, especially if you're higher in Mythic Guild and you're able to spam your progress and you're, no pun intended, ahead of the curve of the majority of other guilds. It can also be pretty bad in regards to the fact of if you're spamming too much, your guild slash you start to get a negative reputation. This negative reputation can also have some consequences to where you're put on ignore or even blotted out of trade chat for a bit for spamming. I mean, the main thing you're going to do if you're spamming trade chat, you want to put your progress in there, your potential schedule, what you're looking for, and what type of guild you are. That is incredibly important because that's the first message you always get. It's like PSD with more info. What are you guys looking for? Is this a semi-hardcore casual guild? Is it a community? Because everyone has different play styles and you need to make sure they're the right fit for you like you're the right fit for them. The next one, which I have not used really, is an add-on. I've looked at it once, many moons ago. I think for the most part Blizzard's done away with these, but there was a guild recruitment add-on that people would use to fill. This is works really well if you're going for a community guild where you're trying to get a lot of players in and just drag people in from off the street fresh leveled. It is really looked down upon by the community, though, because of the macro that sends through. It's just kind of automated, kind of like there's robocalls, so people usually put you on ignore or get very pissed off with you and either curse you out or something like that. It can be effective, though, for newer players. So like I said, if you're trying to just branch out and find a community as fast as you can, use it, but if you're trying to be a reputable guild, I wouldn't suggest going that path. The website, for the website, it is essential that if you're going to take this route that you have a dedicated person to setting up your website. And I mean, first and foremost, I would legit say someone subscribe to paying for it because no one likes going to a guild recruitment website and having to click through pop-ups and different ads. When you're on there, you want to make sure you structure applications so you vet your applicants thoroughly. You want to see what their experience is, what their goals are, what they're looking for. Do they know anyone in the guilds? Or what is their ambition? What are they trying to get from you? Because let's be honest, it's a mutually beneficial transaction. When they join your guild, they're giving you their commitment and just another body to enhance your guild's ability to progress or whatever you're doing. And they're trying to either get loot or the social aspect out of the game. Most people look you up through the WoW website or WoW Progress, Raider.io, Twitch streams, YouTube, you name it. or even in trade chat, you can put your guild website macro in there. That touches on our next subject, forums. Making a forum post, especially on the WoW forums, can be very tricky because there's so many different guilds doing it. More of the hardcore ones, but I would say if you're posting on the WoW forums, you're very serious about your guild. So you want to make sure you put a lot of information about your guild, but not so much that it's going to turn someone off, because no one wants to read a wall of text, let's be honest. You know, me, for example, if I send an email at work and I'm trying to get, like, you know, I need to do this right away, I'm not going to mention how's my day, or last night we had a funny incident. You just want to go, like, boom, 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 bullet points. My guild's this, we're looking for this. We could really use this. We are on this current boss. This is our time frame for progression. So those are the big main points there. This is one I wouldn't suggest, but a lot of upper guilds have success doing this. It comes with poaching and sniping. Poaching and sniping, I mean, it's self-explanatory. You're taking players from either a dying guild or some guild that's struggling and bringing them in. I would say if you're going for fast-paced progression and you're very successful, this is a good way to do it, especially looking at logs like 9,900 parses. You know, it's really good to have them in your raid. But you have to be cautious of, one, retaliation from the other guild, especially if they're relatively close to you in progression. They could try to take your members and exploit some weaknesses in your guild. Or just in general, if you're not progressing or keeping up to the promise you did when you recruited them, they're going to leave and find a better guild. You know, that's how guild hoppers are born in now's day and age. I will say, though, dying guilds are gold mines. This is going to be one of those points that is kind of controversial to most people, but let's be honest, if you can find a guild that's dying as a guild master and your guild's successful, you want to jump on that, see if you can get any good players out of it. They'll bring their friends, their family, you know, whatnot. It would be a good way to especially boost your raid team, but you got to be careful of clicks. Because if you start getting in the clique atmosphere by bringing in a group of people, you could really screw your guild over. I mean, just in general, recruitment is a prime aspect of running a guild. It is essential. You cannot ever stop recruiting. The first guild to stop recruiting is the first guild to die, and that is my motto. I over-recruit, and, you know, it can be a good and a bad side of a story, like a double-edged sword in a way. But I would rather have more people than not enough, because nothing is more demoralizing, especially for a raid night, if you don't have enough people on to log on to for mythic raids. I mean, regardless, people are going to love and hate you, especially in trade chat, so don't let that bug you. Just start slowly at first. Don't be afraid to ask for help from, you know, your guildies, your friends, just even ally guilds you might know, just to throw your name out there as a reference. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on social media with my Twitter, or watch my streams. My streaming schedule should be up on Twitch. I look forward to seeing you guys next week, and have a good day. Thank you all for watching.